Hi everyone, welcome back to Beef Reacts, and today we are doing RWBY, Volume 5, Episodes 4, 5, and 6. Um, Before I get comments about it, I did find a way to go a different route without the subtitles. I kind of like them, and I said before that it'll be a season of it, just because I think it'd be fun. But if you guys really don't like it, just let me know, and I'll switch over to the other one. I just kind of think this is fun. For season 6, I would actually do the actual, like, regular version without the subtitles or something like that. I just kind of think this is funny and, like, cute. Secondly, have to issue an apology or retraction or what I don't know what the right word is, but uh first things first, trigger warning in terms of, I guess, self-harm. If that's something that you're very sensitive to, I would just skip ahead to when the video starts playing, because I'll be done with it there. But in the last video, I was talking about Joan Rivers and, like, how she copes using humor. And what I got wrong was I thought it was that her husband had passed away during 9/11, and she thought it was okay to make jokes about 9/11 because of that, because humor helps cope. I was wrong. Her husband actually killed himself, and she was joking about 9/11 firefighters. So that's on me for being incorrect on that. You know, you learn a bit of information when you're like 16 maybe, and it stays in your head and then it changes, and, like, that's not an excuse. I was just wrong. So, like, is what it is, and I'll admit to being wrong when I'm wrong. Or at least I tried to. But yeah, that's basically it. Let's jump into it. I think all that's said and done and dealt with. If I'm missing anything, I'm sure you will let me know down below. I think something just tells me, not automatically, but something just tells me deep in my soul that I'm gonna really enjoy this, like, soundtrack for this volume. I'm just really gonna enjoy everything about it. Also, I did notice there are 14 episodes for this season, so that makes me need to ask the question: do we want? Fuck. I plan on recording the next episode today too, which would get me up to uh episode 9, but then it's like we're going to 14, so it's like, do I stop at 12 or I'm gonna ask the Discord today just the proper way, if I should just record 4 episodes per, so I'll be doing 6 through 10 and then 10 through 14 that way. Which would mean the videos are just a little bit longer. I mean, they're gonna be longer in general just because this episode's getting longer. Apologize for the tangent, by the way. Just giving a live thought process and just keeping you guys in the loop on how I plan on doing things going forward, which is just record 2 videos a day until I get about a week out, just so that way it gives me time to not stress every single day about whether or not my video is getting up, and then this way we can be consistent and have, like, hopefully release at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time daily. That is kind of my goal. But yeah.
How much further, pal?
This should just about do it.
You think, real quick with the pausing here, but you think this guy, after getting his fucking teeth knocked out by her, is like terrified? Like, why would you now? I don't know. I don't think I'd offer her help. I'd be too embarrassed and ashamed of myself for just fucking striking out that badly.
You wait here. I'll go up ahead and make sure the coast is clear.
Don't tell me what to do. Yeah, he's leaving her. I'd leave her. Oh, damn.
I can't believe you were dumb enough to let me lead you here.
Is this everyone?
Dumb enough or...
Yes, little lady.
I don't know.
This is it.
Yeah, not the best ploy, but you know what? Honestly, I trust Yang's confidence and ability to stop here. But like, dog, you lost and you brought backup. It's the equivalent of losing a fight and then getting your brother and like their friends to make the fight for you. You lost and you're kind of a bitch for doing that. Accept that you lost. Move the fuck on. But you know what? I guess you're a bandit. You don't know about that lifestyle.
Well, unless you count the whole rest of the camp back that way.
That way.
Huh? Yes, that way.
Good to know. Thanks.
Now to pay me back for this tooth, we're gonna take your bike.
I don't think you will.
You're gonna take your lumps.
What the fuck did you expect?
You got the jump on me last time, sweetheart. You really ought to think twice about fighting all... Alright. Get her!
She ain't thinking twice, dog. She's just doing. I love that so much. It's so fucking dope. It's so fucking dope to watch Yang do cool shit. I will say, and this is just a personal thing, I don't think we've ever seen her be that calculated while fighting, and it's nice to show that she is taking tact and she is growing in that capacity. But she only fought Tai with the new arm and that kind of thing. So maybe she's just taking more control of herself, and now we're actually getting a better look at the way she thinks in general with like not really the POVs, but like the way the camera sequences it. But ultimately, I don't want to be like, oh, it's unearned, because that's not fair to say. 'Cause she didn't even use her semblance here. She took on a group of like 7, not barbarians. Or were they barbarians? What the fuck were they called? I forget what they were just called, and you know what they were just called it. That's what's crazy about it. Just took on this group of them and like didn't even break a sweat. It went slow, but some of the animations were slow, and that's not really a problem because it was very flashy and looked very pretty. But when she does that, not back tuck, back handspring, when she does the back handspring, like it goes very slow. And like, if I'm gonna be honest about it, like that is something that you could be critical of. Not in the sense of like, being critical doesn't mean bad. It literally just means it was just slow. Like, constructive criticism, there. This is just sick. That part, that right there was fucking sick though. Same. I love the way they animated that. Fuck, that's sick.
Who are you?
I'm not gonna lie, the Western version of Armed and Dangerous in the background, yes. Just, yes. A million times, yes.
It doesn't even matter. When Raven finds out what you did, you're dead.
Possibly, but I doubt it. I'm her daughter, after all.
I'm dead.
I don't think so, buddy. Considering she's never given a fuck about her daughter, gave birth to it, and then left for the Bandits. That's what they're fucking called. The Bandits. That's a win for my memory. Considering she left their daughter, you know, for the Bandits, and then saved her one time and said everyone only ever gets one. Yeah, I don't think she gives that much of a fuck. Personally.
Man, Oz wasn't kidding. Oscar's picking up on this stuff fast. My gosh, I'm so sorry.
Sit the fuck down, Oscar. Sit the fuck down. Damn. So, like, it kind of sucks. I'm not going to say it sucks, but it's interesting that now that he's been introduced in Season 5, he gets this, like, I don't want to say he doesn't get a cheat code, but it's like, being the youngest one and being the one that's the newest character, you have to give him a reason to be able to keep up with our other characters who we've seen grow and learn how to fight, and having Oz be merging with his soul and basically guiding him on how to fight really does, it doesn't just work, but it helps a lot.
Yes! I did it! Oscar?
You forgot to engage your aura again.
Why didn't you tell me?
Because this method makes you less likely to forget.
Thanks.
Mind if I give it a shot?
Not bad, Miss Rose. But Oscar doesn't have the years of training that you do.
I don't like how he just took it. I don't think he should be able to just take it from him. Unless he's allowing him to do it, but that didn't look like he was okay with it. It looked like he just said, mind if I give it a shot, and then immediately took over. That I don't like. That I don't fuck with.
Not bad, Miss Rose. But Oscar doesn't have the years of training that you do. Or I do.
Oh, well, maybe we should, take a break.
Yeah. Damn. That's
The
unfair.
next time you want to throw a left cross, remember to push off with the appropriate foot. And as always, do be aware of any openings.
Also, damn, Ozpin literally just coming out of the woodwork. It's like, yeah, no shit, you've had more time to fucking practice. You've lived hundreds of lives. Some bullshit is what that is. The fact that you died to Cinder, no cap, no kizzy here. That's lame on your part. Like, that's kind of like high-key lame on your part.
Got it!
Do be aware of any openings.
Got it! Hey, are you okay?
How is this so exhausting?
Your body isn't used to this kind of training. Not to mention generating a defensive aura on your own. It takes intense concentration at first, but in time it will become second nature, allowing you to deflect attacks and gradually heal your wounds. After that, you can begin focusing on your semblance, whatever that may be.
Semblance?
You know, like your very own superpower. Everybody's got one. It's just a matter of finding it and mastering it. Ruby moves super fast. Electricity makes me stronger. Ren can mask emotions, and John can,
I can't do it.
John's like you. He hasn't found his someone's yet, but we all know he will.
I hope Oscar starts bullying John. It's like, aren't you fucking 17? Like, aren't you like 18, dog? Like, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. What is wrong with you? Just goes at him, goes into him. Am I saying that that's what should be done? No, because you know what? John's gonna learn it, and I promise you, whenever he gets it, it's gonna be some anime bullshit. But it's like, I want it to be anime bullshit at this point. Like, cause I just want to see what the fuck it could possibly be. And the fact that he's made it this long without a semblance, honestly, I give him props. My arc from hating John to slowly being more tolerable is a slow one, but it's a beautiful one. I tell you that much.
And you will too. We all just have to try and help each other get stronger.
You're not a pick-me, but
A
I gotta
common
say
philosophy is that a warrior's semblance is a part of who they are. Some say your personality and character can define your semblance, while some claim that it's the other way around. Of course, there are still many who don't see a connection at all.
It's hard to know when you know sometimes. Ren's semblance was unlocked from intense stress. And mine kicked in during training one day.
What about you?
Oh, struck by lightning, didn't die. Crazy Thursday.
I just don't understand.
The fucking struck by lightning, didn't die. Great, dude. It's hard to say who best girl is, but honestly, Nora may be best girl, not for me, but for Ren. Like, they're perfect together. Like, just she is a best girl for somebody, just not me. All of them are. Just damn, just respect the fuck out of Nora for being who Nora is, which is just fucking awesome.
Didn't die. Crazy Thursday.
Very good voice acting
I
too.
just don't understand what's wrong with me. I train, I meditate.
Don't worry, Mr. Ark. Your journey is far from over. And the same might be said for all of you. Unlocking your semblance isn't the end. It can still grow and evolve. Providing you're willing to put in the work, who knows what could happen.
Then let's get back to it.
Could you imagine Oz watching the Pyrrha video and just critiquing the fuck out of the striking formation? I'm not saying he would ever do that. That'd be insanely disrespectful. But could you imagine the fucking, not banter, but the anger within John? That may cause the semblance to go. Somebody saying some fuck shit about Pyrrha. I'd be down for that. I'd be into watching that, to be honest. Maybe just cut her fucking arms open. Or not cut her arms open. What the fuck? Dummy, stupid dummy. Like, just, no, don't say that either. Fuck. Cut the ropes off of her wrist. Like, Jesus. Like, why keep it where you're chained up? Well, I guess maybe for the look and people are watching you. I don't know. It doesn't seem like a smart play. Because you could just make a bigger thing if you go big.
Mom.
Here's the thing. Yang, she like left you when you were a baby. I don't think you have not the right to call her mom, but I don't think you would call her mom. I think you would call her Raven. And then you introduce yourself as the daughter, and then you let that play out. I think you starting at mom really puts a lot of presumptions that she gives a fuck about you. And I don't think she really does give a fuck about you. I could be wrong. But just from everything we've seen so far, I can't in good conscience be like, no, this is a character who gives a fuck. I just can't do it.
Yang.
Well, at least you remember her name.
So, after all this time, you finally decided to visit me. You know that I searched for you. I spent years looking for you. And you found me. You were patient, determined, and strong enough to make your dream a reality. Well done, Yang. But did you have to be so rough with my men?
I didn't want a fight. They started it.
Well, you certainly finished it. Right. I'm sure this is all very overwhelming, but I must admit that you've proven yourself. So any questions you have, I'll be happy to answer. You can stay with us tonight. I'll even have the cooks whip up something for you.
That's not why I'm here.
Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna say it. I think Team RWBY's some bullshit. And hear me out. Hear me out, okay? Before you get pissed, hear me out. You have the princess of the Faunus, the princess of the largest corporation of the fucking world, the daughter of the leader of a fucking tribe of bandits, and they're, like, very strong, and somebody with silver eyes which can negate fucking magic somehow? And then contrast that with fucking Team Juniper. You had the greatest fighter in the world, arguably at the time, tournament fighter, who's dead. So they're not even on the team anymore. 2 orphans who, don't really do much. And a guy who's so buffoonish that he doesn't even know what the fuck he's doing. I'm not saying it's, like, the issue is that it doesn't feel coincidental. Like, you had to make sure every character had, like, a dope backstory. Completely understand. Completely get it. I'm with it. They're all strong, very capable characters. But, like, it's a little silly. And, like, if you understand what I mean by it's a little silly and you don't think I'm just being an asshole, like, it's a little silly. Just a tiny bit. Like, Yang is really the daughter. like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to point the contrivance out just to point it out. Like, it just would have been nice if they just had someone named, like, I don't know, fucking, not that, I guess. Like, I don't really know what you could replace them with because all the characters are awesome. I just kind of would like it if Blake was a regular Faunus and not the daughter of the original leader of the fucking White Fang. Not that, I wouldn't say that hers needs to go. Honestly, Yang's mom abandoning her, I wouldn't say Blake's needs to go, or Weiss's needs to go, or, like, really any of them needs to go, because they all create interesting drama and interesting dynamics, but more of, like, why couldn't Yang's mom just be a bandit? Why did she have to be the leader? Like, I don't really know what that does. Like, my people needed me. It could have just been she didn't want to be a mom, Like, why did you need to have this strong reasoning for it?
What was that?
You're
I'm not here for you.
Bitch.
RWBY is somewhere in Mistral. She's with Qrow and she's going to need my help. I just need you to take me to her.
And why would I do that?
Because we're family.
Bitch.
Family. Only coming around when they need something. I have to say, I'm disappointed.
You quite literally have never sent me a birthday present. You have quite literally never done shit for me. And only come around when they need something. You only saved my life out of a stupid fucking necessity. Out of a stupid fucking ideal that you have. Not because you wanted to. Not because you love me. Not because you care about me. But because of that. You say, why have you never visited before? Because you're in a nomadic fucking bandit tribe. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you... God, Yeah, Raven serves cunt on a fucking platter. I get it, but God, she's a fucking bitch.
I need something. I have to say I'm disappointed. After all, you found me, didn't you? Why not take that drive and use it to find your little sister if she really means that much to you?
Because you're going to save me time. Ruby was heading to Mistral, but there's no guarantee she's made it there. Looking for her in Anima could take ages. But Dad told me how your semblance works. You could bond to certain people. And when you do, you could create a portal that takes you straight to them. You've got one for Dad, one for me, and you've got one for Qrow. He promised me he'd watch out for Ruby before he left. And I trust him.
Mm-hmm.
So?
Damn, that actually does a really good job of, I wouldn't call it a plot hole, but, like, I feel like during Volume 4, it didn't really give a good reason of why Qrow was watching out for Ruby, and this adds a lot of it. Like, a lot to it, so I think that's really fucking cool how they just did that. I'm with it heavy. I actually really like the way that they did that.
For Ruby before he left. And I trust him.
You don't say.
So, make a portal to my uncle and sister, and I'll be on my way.
You know, it takes real strength to march in here and demand such a favor of me. I've got to say, I'm impressed.
I hate it.
It's very noble to want to help out your sister. But if she's with Qrow, then she's already a lost cause.
What does that mean?
You don't want to get mixed up in all of that, Yang. Ozpin is not the man you think he is, and Qrow is a fool for trusting him. I would know. I trusted him once too.
I don't care what you think.
Damn.
Your choice is your own. All I'm suggesting is that instead of getting wrapped up in something too big for you, for any of us, that maybe you take a moment to wonder if you're already where you belong.
Save your breath. You can spout off whatever you want, but nothing is going to keep me from my sister.
I'm with that.
Going to keep me from my sister.
I'm not gonna lie, that glare, that up look, I'd fold. I'd do it.
Oh, aren't you stubborn?
I get it from my mom.
Fight, 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 fight.
Well, if that's how you feel, then it sounds like we're done here. Take her away.
Badass music in the background.
Did you not hear me? I said, send me to Qrow, damn it!
That's enough! You watch your mouth in front of our leader!
Fuck him up, Yang! Hey, it's Weiss! Hey, Weiss!
Yang?
I would really much love her. Oh, hey, Weiss, how's it going? That'd be a great...
Weiss?
Oh, fuck off.
All right, well, subtlety is out. Subtlety...
Wait, did you say stealthy or salty?
All right, well, subtlety is out.
I guess stealthy? Salty? I'm with it.
What is that?
Don't worry about it. What are you doing here?
Well, that's my mom, and she could take us to Ruby.
Ugh.
Your mom kidnapped me? You kidnapped her?
You can... What the fuck did you expect? Your mom's a bitch, Yang, and she's kind of always been a bitch. That's the thing that we have learned. We learned that specifically from Qrow. Like... Well, I guess, you know what? You know what? Let me take it back. I think it's unfair to say that because it was a scene between Qrow and Raven by themselves, so Yang doesn't know how much of a bitch her mom is. She just knows that her mom is going to save her one time and one time only. And that's it.
Enough!
Spring maiden time?
Thank you. If you people don't keep it together, this place will be crawling with Grimm. Give the girl her weapon back.
I don't think you should throw a sword like that. I'm gonna say it, you can hurt somebody. Shouldn't run around with scissors, you shouldn't do that, that's fucked up. What was done here was fucked up, that's not cool.
In my tent. Now.
Why?
If you're really going after your sister, then you need to know the truth.
I feel like this truth is gonna be some bullshit.
Sorry about that.
I missed you so much.
And they're playing home?
I missed you too.
Fuck yeah, baby, they're playing home in the background. Beautiful. Give it up to Zane Rutledge. I hope you're doing well, Zane, wherever you are. You're a sweetheart. Dope looking art, by the way. Alright, so we have made it to the end of Chapter 4. We'll be right back with Chapter 5. Okay, now we're back with Chapter number 5. I don't know why I didn't start at the end of the music, but I'm going to guess... Before we get started, I'm saying we're starting with Blake. It feels right. Blake feels right. Fuck yeah, baby.
Okay. Are you ready?
I've beat up on giant monsters and robots more than once. I think I can handle getting a few signatures.
Oh, they're...
Your chieftain needs you. Your people need you. Please, join the fight and help us save Haven Academy.
Why would anyone... I'm sorry, that's a really, really bad fucking pitch. Hey, potentially die to save people that want to kill you. Potentially die. Why wouldn't you... Listen, I'm not saying lie to the people, but I'm saying, like, if we save Haven Academy, it'll be a great fight for equality for us. We will be able to not only show the humans what we're made of, we can show them that we're capable fighters, and that if we're the ones... Because right now, humans aren't there. If we're... I guess I didn't say that. If we fight alongside humans and do that, then we can, you know... be seen as heroes in Mistral, and we can be seen as people that fought alongside, and maybe things can be better for us in that specific nation. Like, you can't just start with potentially die for me. That doesn't fucking... Excuse me? Like, come on. Like, really? Yeah, I'd look at her fucking bewildered too. Why does no one want to do it?
Are you kidding me? We'd love to have someone with your skills on our side.
Mata. Get back inside.
Mom.
You're not going anywhere.
I think Sun's approach works better. Not because it's more correct, but I think it's more personal. And when things are more personal, people typically weird breathe in like that. My mouth is my tongue is getting tightened up. I think having a more personal outlook on that and being more personal with them is going to allow ultimately for more signatures, not more signatures to be gained, but I don't know about you. I sign shit all the time with a fake email that I don't even fucking use and my first and last name just so I can get somebody out of my face. I think if someone were to walk up and actually talk to you and like really connect with you, try to like at least on a personal level, you're more likely to do the thing that they want you to do. Okay. Bad approach, buddy. I just praised you and you fucked it up. It's weird that no one's giving a reason to why, though. You would at least think in a situation like this you'd want some type of reason. And I'm not saying there has to be a reason to not want to go and possibly risk your life to fight for people that don't give a fuck about you. But that would, like, what you're practically saying right now is that no one here is, they're complacent. They're not actually really wanting that type of thing. They're happy in Menagerie, which honestly, I get it. Like, Menagerie seems like, I'm being for real. I feel like Menagerie feels like a dope place to live. I'd live in a Menagerie. If I was a human, I'd still live in a Menagerie. It seems like a fun fucking place. I'd be down for it. Paradise? Well, not paradise, but a new nation?
I don't get it. How can they just sit around and do nothing with the White Fang getting ready to attack?
Because not everyone is like you and me. The faunus here in Menagerie, the ones that weren't born on the island, moved here because they were tired of fighting, of having to struggle constantly. Menagerie is filled with people that just want to be left alone. And here we are asking them to put the rest of the world before themselves.
I guess I never really thought about it like that.
Neither did I.
The problem is, whatever happens at Haven is going to affect them whether they like it or not. If Adam gets his way and Haven falls, it's only going to make things worse for the faunus. Everywhere.
How?
Adam.
Can I ask a genuine question? How? Like, I feel like that's a claim you can't just say and it makes sense because it's like, okay, if Haven falls, realistically, Blake, you don't know about the maidens, the fucking choice and creation and the gifts to humanity. The fall of Haven will make things worse for everyone and every faunus in general. But, like, how do you know that? Like, what are you extrapolating here? I'm not saying that to be overly critical. Like, I'm genuinely thinking, like, Mistral doesn't want you. It doesn't want the people of Menagerie there. Mistral doesn't want you. You don't get shit from Mistral because people aren't sending you shipments. At least from what I was told by other people, that they were told to fend for themselves. So you have to create everything yourself on the island. It's not that it's like an isolationist safe hole, but it's like realistically, what is fighting for what is the fall of fucking Haven really gonna do to Menagerie? The fall of Beacon already caused all these mass communication problems, so they're not gonna be fixed now. It's not like it's gonna be fixed all of a sudden. Like, the only thing that it's gonna do is it'll make things bad for faunus outside of Menagerie. That's it. And as you just said, the people of Menagerie don't give a fuck about the faunus outside of Menagerie. Because why would they? They made their decision. They're going to stay. Yeah, they'll feel bad for it the same way you feel bad about tragedies that you hear happening across the world, but ultimately it doesn't affect you as much as you think it would. Like, some do. Don't get me wrong. Some tragedies genuinely affect other people to an extreme degree. But in this specific scenario, I don't see it. Also, I'm going to say it right now, the reason why I pause as much as I do and talk as much as I do is I try to keep a standard of every minute of content watched, I try to have a minute of commentary, and that's a standard that I apply for, like, fair use reasons. Like, so that way, God forbid one day Rooster Teeth on the flip of a, the drop of a hat is like, no more content. I'm not saying they would, I'm just saying hypothetically they do. If I had to go to court and defend the content made here as fair use claims, the fact that I've paused it and the fact that I've given an equal amount of time to creating the content as well as a live watch along, it gives me more ammo in that sense. So I do apologize if it's annoying. I can understand that. I'm trying to get better with it, but there is sometimes a reason for it, and sometimes why I do what I do. It's just to make sure things get, if worst case scenario happens, I can at least have the ability to defend myself.
Honest. Everywhere. In Haven Falls, it's only going to make things worse for the Faunus. Everywhere.
Adam. He's the guy you used to work with?
Fuck. We used to fuck.
Yes.
Sorry. Forget I brought it up.
No, it's okay. Have you ever met someone and thought to yourself, they are the personification of this word?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I remember getting to know Ruby and thinking, this girl is the embodiment of purity. After a while, I saw Weiss was defiance, and Yang was strength.
What am I?
Jury's still out on that one.
I mean, I'd say he's the personification of love, not for her, I mean in general. I see Sun as a character who just loves other people and cares a lot about other people and being there for them and selfless, and Yang being strength. All of the characters make sense. I don't think Ruby's purity. Personally, I think she's, I'd either say naivety or like, I don't know. I don't think purity is the right word for Ruby, though. And I'm not saying I know what the right word is. I just don't think purity is specifically the right word for Ruby.
What am I?
Jury's still out on that one. But I'm leaning towards earnest.
Not earnest. I'd say love. I think love makes more sense.
At first, I thought Adam was justice. Then I thought he was passion. But over time, I realized I was wrong. He wasn't any of those things. He was spite. Not hatred, not rage, spite. He won't accept equality, only suffering for what he feels the world did to him. And his way of thinking is dangerously contagious. That's what worries me about Ilia. She's not like Adam, not yet at least.
What word do we pick for you?
I don't know how long that will last.
But what's your word?
She was your friend, huh?
She was.
What's her word?
Her chameleon traits meant she could pass as human. She could have lived a normal life if she wanted. But she didn't. I always admired that. She lost her family in a mining accident when she was young, and she joined the White Fang. Like me, she was more or less trained on the road alongside other Faunus. She learned to survive, to defend herself. But as people like Sienna and Adam started to gain a following, she became more dangerous. I guess I did too. My parents tried to get me to leave with them, but I refused. I had Adam and Ilia, after all.
You know we're going to have to face her eventually.
I know.
So...
Is that Morning Falls Night in the background? God, I love the way that this does musical motif. I fucking love it so much. It is so cool. Sorry, I don't know if they're going to get to this, but I just want to bring it up. The question is, Blake, are you reducing your friends down to like single characteristic words? Are you saying that they personify that as in all their actions lead to this one core character trait? because I think that's a very interesting way, and I wouldn't even say that I did, like, it's not even like I disagree with it. I think people are multifaceted in a lot of ways, and I think it depends on relationships. Like, your relationship with your significant other and your relationship with your parents are going to be completely different. Your relationship with, your kids, your best friends, your fucking, like, let's just, like, one best friend to the other best friend, one best friend to the other best friend is going to be a different relationship. And the word used to personify in that is going to be different. Like, why wouldn't it be different? To some friend, you can be, I don't fucking know, hardworking. To another one, you could be a goofball. To a different one. So it's like, are you saying that to everyone, these people personified that to it? Or maybe I missed the wording. Because if she said to me, I don't want to go back and do that because then that's going to kill more time. But I'm curious if she's saying that's like applying it and she's being like reductionist about it, or if she's saying it's like a relationship type thing. Because if that's the case, like a personal relationship, I could agree with that. I'd get behind that idea.
I'm going to have to face her eventually.
I know.
So, what are you gonna do?
I'm going to try and help her the way you helped me. You showed me that sometimes you need to be there for a friend, even when they don't want you to be. I was drowning in guilt and fear. I tried to push you away, but you didn't give up on me. And I can't give up on Ilia. It's about time I saved my friends for once.
Thank you. Thank God for character progression. Thank you. I'm so fucking happy. And for, you know what? I'll say it. For everyone who said I didn't understand it, no, I completely understood it. I know exactly the personality trait and like that kind of thing. Yes, it was selfish, and I'm so fucking happy that she admits to it, and she admits what the reasoning is. That's such good fucking character growth. I don't know if it's earned or not, because technically speaking, she's just saying it, and we haven't really been shown it besides the conversations, and that's a lot of talking. A lot of the Blake and Sun stuff is just straight talking. It's not much, like, there's not a good chance to really show much, like, at least that's my opinion. Like, there are subtleties within the body language, there are subtleties within the actions and stuff like that, but when you have two characters that are just talking a lot, it becomes very much telly and like less showy in a lot of ways, and it's kind of hard to manage both of them. So like it's nice because this character progression feels much more earned, and we know that it's a month before, or it takes place before everything goes on. Like, thank you so fucking much for actually, yes, I am so fucking happy about this.
You're really getting better, huh? Are you hungry? It's almost dinner time.
Yeah. That sounds good.
I don't know what this ship is, but it'll never, ever come near Nuts and Dolts. I miss Nuts and Dolts daily. It is something that I loved. It is something that I wish I had more of, and I am upset that I don't.
I was about to call it a night anyway.
So, you've never fought before?
No.
Just the occasional small grim. Nothing like this, though.
Wow, you look like a natural.
It's strange. I've only had this cane for a few weeks, but I feel like I've had it for a lifetime. Longer, even. I sound like a crazy person.
I mean, yeah, just a little. But at this pace, you'll be combat ready in no time. Well, I'll see you upstairs.
How do you handle all of this?
What the fuck was that? You'll be combat ready in no time? Here's the thing. Even if you wanted to ship these two, because I can see it coming already, that this ship exists, it kind of forces you to have Oz involved, and like, I don't... Alright, question for the audience. how much do you need to do? Like, how many lives do you need to live before you stop being with other people? Right? Because he's 14. Oz is like 1,000 years old at this point. When are you just like, we're not fucking with romance right now? Or does Oz like just turn himself off for a little bit? He's like, I'm out of here. I think after 10 lifetimes, I wouldn't do romance anymore.
Well, I'll see you upstairs.
How do you handle all of this?
What do you mean?
I'm scared. I'm more scared than I've ever been in my life. Than I ever thought was possible. I always knew that I wanted to be more than a farmhand, but this? Who would ask for this?
Me? Probably. I'd ask for something like this, and I'd probably feel the exact same way he does. Oh, don't cry in front of her. I shouldn't say don't cry in front of her, but...
We all went to Beacon because we wanted to help people. But you're right. None of us asked for this either. We just have to press on and
How
hope.
can you be so confident? People have tried to kill you. The world's about to go to war all over again. How are you okay with any of this?
Easily.
When Beacon fell, I lost two of my friends. Penny Polandina and Pyrrha Nikos. I didn't know them for very long, but that doesn't change the fact that they were two of the most kind-hearted people I'd ever met. But that didn't save them. Pyrrha thought that if there was even the smallest chance of helping someone, that it was a chance worth taking. And because of that, she died fighting a battle she knew she couldn't win. And Penny was killed just to make a statement.
I'm sorry.
I am scared. But not just for me. What happened at Beacon shows that Salem doesn't care if you're standing against her or not. She'll kill anybody. And that scares me most of all. Pyrrha, Penny, I'd be lying if I said that it didn't hurt. That I didn't think about them every day since I lost them. That I didn't wish I had spent more time with them. If it had been me instead, I know they would have kept fighting too. No matter how dangerous it was. So that's what I choose to do. To keep moving forward. Come on. If we don't hurry, Nora's gonna eat everything. It wouldn't be the first time.
The emotional maturity of a fucking 16-year-old girl right there is probably more than I'll ever have. Like, that is just, like, so fucking emotionally mature. It's so beautifully done, and I am so fucking with it. Damn, that fucking hits home. Part of me kind of wishes that aspects of this speech were given to John. Not just because it's, like, Pyrrha meant the world to him or that kind of thing, but, like, these are the types of things that we see, but we don't know. Like, this, like, gives weight, and, like, because we didn't get to see every single time RWBY hung out with Penny, or we only got to see what the plot wanted us to see, and it's like, okay, I get that. And that's fine, but, like, it kind of, not begs the question, it makes it a little bit more difficult to, like, I guess know, or maybe not know, but, like, you can add moments like this where it's like, yeah, Pyrrha really did think no matter what, you could help just the smallest person, but we didn't get to really see her help little people besides John. And same with, like, Penny, who was just so good-hearted. They both were really good-hearted characters. It's just a matter of, like, is that true because we're being told it's true? It's like we see aspects of it in their character early on. We don't see it to the degree that RWBY says that it's there, though. And that's not a bad thing. That's not a complaint. That's just an observation.
Hey, Oscar. This isn't gonna be easy. But the fact that you're even trying says a lot about you. You're braver than you think.
I'm with that. Also, the sound engineering for this show is fucking
She really
spectacular.
is remarkable, isn't she?
Hey, Oz, I don't think you should be winging me like that. I'm gonna be real, dude. Like, I don't... Like, you're like 1,000 years old, dog. Like, is remarkable your way of saying, like, dog, she fine as fuck? I'm not saying that, okay? To be clear, Beef's not saying RWBY's fine as fuck. I'm saying she's remarkable the way Ozpin says she's fine as fuck, dude. Go for it. Because honestly, I mean, like, he's old enough that maybe that's his way of doing that, you know?
She really is remarkable, isn't she?
Yeah. She must have been one of the best huntresses at Beacon, huh?
No, not even close.
In some ways, yes. But in many others, no. She has her quirks, her faults, just like everyone else. But she also possesses something unquantifiable. A spark that can inspire others even in the darkest of times.
This must be really hard on her, too.
It most assuredly is.
Yeah, she's basically hope personified. I swear the spark is RWBY. In the first song, the first opening, Red Like Roses, she is the spark. She will ignite the revolution. I promise you, whenever this fucking war happens, I don't know when it will, but whenever the actual war happens between Salem, between shit, RWBY's gonna be on the precipice. She's gonna stop her. And you could say, like, oh, all this bad stuff's gonna happen. Yeah, because bad shit happens in real life, but you keep hope going, baby.
Your thoughts?
Are of no significance. If this is how High Leader Taurus wishes to proceed, then we shall make it so.
Of course, brother. Still.
Come in.
Sister Ilia, thank you for meeting with us.
How may I be of assistance?
Please, stand. We have wonderful news.
What is it?
We finally received a message from the Mistral Brotherhood. The operation was a success. Adam Taurus has claimed his place as the High Leader of the White Fang.
Good. And Sienna?
Buried with honor. The other branches of the Fang have been given the story that was agreed upon.
A necessary sacrifice. We won't forget everything she did for us.
Well,
indeed.
You clearly didn't respect everything she did for you, considering you fucking murdered her for your means to your own ends. We're positive. We're being positive this season. I apologize I've been negative the last 2 episodes. We're being positive this season. Everything about this season, positivity, baby.
Your maturity and understanding in regards to this matter is appreciated, and it is why we've summoned you here this evening.
The White Fang is experiencing a transitional period.
Okay.
Growth requires change.
And change can be painful.
If it's for the betterment of the Faunus, then it's a pain we can endure. What's our next mission?
Containment. With the CCT tower still inoperable, we have the luxury of control over the flow of information.
News of Adam's ascension has yet to reach Menagerie. But when it does, the citizens of Qrow will undoubtedly react poorly now that the chieftain has spoken out against us.
It's my fault the Belladonnas had any ground to stand on.
Do not concern yourself with past failures, Ilia. Focus on the future. We have an opportunity for redemption.
What do you need me to do?
The Belladonnas are the only remaining threat to Adam's assault on Haven Academy.
And so, they must be silenced.
Silence?
Like Sienna, they stand in the way of true progress for our people.
We would never put such a burden on you alone, of course. Your brothers and sisters will be at your side.
Imagine Malcolm X saying to like his followers, go out there and murder MLK Jr. I'm not saying that that's the comparable situation here. Because I actually don't know as much about Malcolm X as I do MLK Jr. I just mean as in like, imagine just two leaders within the civil rights movement, and one of them stands in the way of progress, and because they're fighting for what they believe is true equality, which is the same goal as you, and you make the decision, nah, that person doesn't actually want true equality, so let's murder them. I mean, I don't fuck with it. It don't feel it feels a bit silly, is what it feels to me, at least. Just a bit odd.
But your relationship with their daughter makes you an integral part of this operation.
We know how close you were with young Blake. Rest assured, High Leader Taurus has requested she be taken alive, but we cannot risk having her present to defend her family.
But the people of Menagerie...
We'll come to understand what happens to those who speak out against the White Fang.
And we'll be left without a leader until our victory is complete.
A necessary sacrifice, Sister Ilia.
It doesn't seem necessary. Seems pretty fucking unnecessary, actually. None of the people want to leave Menagerie. How the fuck... They're gonna speak out. Okay, they don't want to leave Menagerie, and they're just gonna kick the White Fang out of Menagerie. So that means you're just gonna continue doing Operation where you already continue doing Operation, which is in other fucking kingdoms. This plan is actually fucking ridiculously stupid. Like, it's not even like, oh, like, you know, if I look at it from their perspective, like, no, it is just, I'm so baffled by this plan. Like, so the plan is, just so I'm understanding it, someone's gonna correct me, and I'll feel even stupider for being corrected in the sense of, fuck, you're right, I am just that dumb. But like, okay, so you're being for real here and saying, hey, our plan is to take down Haven Academy. Okay, with it. We killed the old leader. Okay. Adam Torres, who is popular among almost everyone that's not in Menagerie right now, took over. Okay, with it. Kill the Belladonnas. Why? Because they stand in the way of our true progress. Okay. Well, you don't need true progress. You don't need true progress on Menagerie. Menagerie is already fully Faunus, and I'm sure there's a much larger Faunus population there than there is fucking humans, I'd assume. So if that's the case, then you already have Faunus supremacy in the sense where you just have to manipulate and control them, which you have already done, because none of them even want to go and fucking help the Belladonnas at Beacon. So none of them want to actually do that. So, not Beacon, at Haven. None of them want to help them at Haven. So, his plan is stupid. That's all. Like, I'm not hating the characters, just the decision here doesn't really track well to me.
She's right to worry about the citizens. It's possible they may come to see Gira as a martyr.
It is a risk we must take for our High Leader.
You ever just kill your ex-girlfriend's dad to win her back?
I will not allow them to ruin this. The Belladonna name has brought me nothing but greed. You've done well in finding the deserter. Bring her to me alive. But not before you've slaughtered her family. I have a promise to keep.
He seems unwell.
He carries with him a tremendous burden.
Are we sure
He used to fuck her, but now he doesn't. Truly a shame. Truly. Like, what fucking... He's the leader of the White Fang, which he took
He's
upon
the
himself.
one to lead us.
He
took
it upon himself.
Sure, he is the one to lead us.
For now,
I hate him.
we must do what is best for the Faunus.
I hate both of these assholes.
Yes. Brother Yuma, did you see Tagira's messenger?
He rests beneath the waves, along with his warning.
Then all is well.
Oh, they killed the guy that Gira sent to send a message. I would have had Blake do that, but you know what I think is kind of crazy? That Alphonse Elric is the voice of Oz, not Oz, Oscar. I think that's insanity because he sounds so different. He sounds so different than the brother. Well, then maybe they got a different actor for Brotherhood. Is it the actor from Brotherhood or just Full Metal? I would need to learn. I need to learn more. I'm bad at math. I like all the little designs they have. That's cute. Well, everyone, now that we're done with this, let's be right back for episode 6. All right, coolio. See you in a little bit. You know what is kind of nice that they for this season so far, I feel like they're really only focusing on like 1 or 2 stories at a time. Or at least these 3 episodes, they've only like focused on 2. They've like dedicated 6 to 7 minutes to like only 1 out of like the 3 coinciding stories right now, which is pretty nice. Like it does a pretty good job with that, and it's like adding to its own yeah, what's the word I'm looking for? Can't think of the word. I'm dummy. I'm a dummy boy, gonna feel like John Lennon. I just very much enjoy how like the pacing is like going for this season. Believe it or not, like it's slow. There's not an insane amount of fighting, but like just for the character development and the like I was told it's like a very transitional season, and it feels like that. Like it's transitional, but I think it's doing a good job of not being boring while being transitional, which is an admirable thing in and of itself. I hit the spacebar again to press play on here, and I stopped recording like a dumbass. And we're back. Qrow. With Qrow.
Regular or the special?
I'm actually looking for someone. Goes by the name Qrow. Ever heard of him? I heard he's a regular around here.
Who's asking?
Hey, I'm not some cop, if that's what you mean. I need Qrow for a gig. We go way back.
Way back, huh? So, he's a friend of yours?
Yeah, I'd say so. He's a pretty alright guy.
Well, in that case... You tell that jerk that he better not show his ugly face in here until he pays me the lien he owes me.
Did I say friend? I meant acquaintance. Really, we're just colleagues. Anyways, thanks for your time, buddy. I'll just be taking off now.
I fucking love Qrow. The way his character handles situations is so goofy and so much fun to me. I love the shit that they do with his character. Because he could be anything. You could just kind of do whatever you want. He could say any out-of-pocket shit, and I would just probably trust it. Oh, you didn't find him. Jesus fucking Christ! Through the fucking windscreen. I'd be like, whoa, buddy, what the fuck is that bullshit right now? That seems very unsafe. That seems very hurtful. They're trying to hurt you. Are they doing a fight club? That looks like they're doing a fight club in the background. She's selling It looks like she's selling Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle toys, but like, they're just doing a fight club. The fuck are they brawling for? I hope they're at least using aura.
Heather Shields.
Oh, we're about to get a Qrow love interest on God.
Oh, hey there. I'm looking for Heather.
Well, she's
Look,
dead.
Pal, I've had a rough day. Do you know where she is or not?
Daddy? Does he know where Mommy is?
I'm sorry to bother you.
Okay, here's the thing. His semblance is bad luck. Is this his semblance at work? Just him having to deal with not being able to find these people and also not being able, like, just putting himself in precarious situation after precarious situation and just hoping it gets better, knowing damn well it fucking won't. That's it. That's all I could imagine is happening there. Because that's the only thing that makes sense. Yeah, I drank. He didn't drink this time. Not until he figures out what he wants. Why didn't he just check there first? He made his list. Like, you made the list and then you started asking around. Why wouldn't you check the boards first? Like, wouldn't that make the most sense to go, like, cross-reference it? Well, you know what? I'm not gonna hold him accountable, because you know what? I'd probably do the same shit, and I'm not gonna say I wouldn't do the same shit. That's unfair for me to treat Qrow that way. It's very unfair of me. But damn. Oof. My arms. I say, fuck it, we ball.
You got a lot of nerve showing up back here, unless you brought that idiot with you.
I'll just pay his debt.
How much did Qrow owe you?
Well, I'd say about 16,000 Lian. Wait, what? Man, you must be in some serious trouble with him if you're paying me off.
His name is clear.
Yeah. That idiot.
No faunus?
Yeah.
I think, not that that's the first time, but I just noticed the no faunus. No offense, sir, but your establishment is fucking lame as shit. You're in the middle of a fucking slum, and you need every ounce of business you can fucking get. And you have the audacity to have a no faunus sign? Like, economically, like, lower income areas should be the least anti-faunus, right? Because at the end of the day, you know, species and color and shit like that doesn't matter when you're just fucking in poverty. Like, it doesn't. Because you're doing what it takes to survive. It doesn't matter who you talk to, who you hang out with. Like, you would imagine it does not exist as... I shouldn't say does not exist. You'd imagine it does not exist as much in like this area, because from what we've seen, it is fucking desolate. So what is the point in having anti-fucking Faunus messaging on here? What is that, quite literally, what does that do for anyone? Because that hurts your business at the end of the day, because their money is good. I bet if you have one mixed Faunus and human bar out here, it's probably the one that makes the most money. I'd be willing to fucking bet a decent amount of money on that. And now we learn why not to trust Qrow.
You can wait outside. Thank you.
So, what's the truth?
You know, it's better when it's hot.
You know, you're really obnoxious.
The truth is that truth is hard to come by. A story of victory for one person is a story of defeat for someone else.
Okay.
By now, your uncle has surely told Ruby and her friends plenty of stories.
Well, he's never given me a reason to doubt him before.
That doesn't mean those reasons don't exist.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you and your teammates might as well be the poster children for the Huntsman Academies. Your motives vary, but you all enrolled to try and make the world a better place. It's adorable.
It's what huntsmen and huntresses do.
Not all of them. Some people are just in it for the money and the fame, but there's even more that are just looking to grow stronger. Your Uncle Qrow and I didn't attend Beacon to become huntsmen. We did it to learn how to kill huntsmen. Daddy and Uncle left that part out, Aside from the Grim, huntsmen were the only ones capable of ruining our raids and hunting us down. Our tribe needed a counterforce. And Qrow and I were the perfect age. The entrance exams were child's play compared to what we'd already been through. We were good. So good that we caught the attention of Beacon's very own headmaster, Professor Ozpin.
King!
Even after we were put on a team, I could tell he was keeping his eye on us. Back then, I thought it was because he knew. But it was Team Stark he was interested in.
What do you mean by that?
Constant attention, extra training missions, turning a blind eye whenever we happened to break the rules and get into more trouble than we should have. Sound familiar?
I guess.
What's your point?
How much do you know about Professor Ozpin? About his past?
He was a prodigy, one of the youngest headmasters to be appointed to a school.
Because that's how he planned it. Because the man you know as Ozpin designed those schools, and has followers inside every academy on Remnant that are loyal to him and no one else.
That doesn't make any sense. How could he have... No. Why would someone even do that?
Because Old Man Oz has a great and terrible secret. One that could spread fear across the world.
Yeah?
One that he eventually entrusted to our team. And once I knew, there was no going back. I needed to know more. But with every new discovery I made, the more horrifying the world became.
That's kind of the...
Okay.
That's kind of the flaw of knowledge, is it not? That the more you learn about the world, the scarier it becomes, and the reason it becomes as scary as it is because there's not much you can you can really do there. And on top of that, Raven, like, what the fuck? He entrusted you with that knowledge, okay, that he's not who he said he is, that he designed the schools and that type of thing, and he told you that he was basically two people trapped in one body. Gotcha. Why does that now make him all of a sudden bad? Don't get me wrong, he has made mistakes and he has done fuck shit during this course of this show that I've been critical of. That does not negate that. But, like, people doing fuck shit does not make them bad people. It just means that they're doing fuck shit. Like, that's the thing that I feel like people don't get. Is that, like, you should hold somebody accountable when they're doing something wrong. You shouldn't hate them for doing something wrong because you do wrong shit daily. So, like, it doesn't really track. So you're upset that he did that. You went to the school to learn how to kill your classmates, and one of you made the decision that they didn't want to kill their classmates anymore, and they wanted to protect the world, and you decided to stay to a tribe that wants to hurt the people you were training with and growing up with. I don't know. It doesn't feel right.
The more horrifying the world became.
Yeah.
Okay, then tell us. What's the big secret? What's so crazy that the rest of us don't know?
The creatures of Grimm have a master named Salem. She can't be stopped, she can't be reasoned with, and she will not rest until humanity crumbles at her feet.
Okay.
What? You know you two haven't even touched your tea.
Why should we believe any of this?
Now you're catching on. So far you've done nothing but accept what others tell you. But you need to question everything.
Question everything. Okay. Do you guys know about Descartes and skepticism? Because it's a fascinating story. So, Descartes, you know, the Cartesian plane, that thing that you have to dot lines on? Well, that guy dabbled in philosophy, and the popular philosophy at the time was called skepticism. And skepticism is question everything, right? And that's a fucking phenomenal philosophy, right? Until Descartes also the guy who said, I think, therefore I am. Because he said, I can't... Where skepticism goes when it gets to its logical extreme, which is how old philosophy, like, stuff... Not all of them worked, but, like, a lot of them worked, where it's like, if it works in the extreme, it'll work on the minor scale. Because you have things that work on a minor scale that don't work in the extreme, and things that work on the extreme that don't work on a minor scale. But, like, his whole philosophy was, I think, therefore I am. And he was like, I can't be sure of anything in the world. The only thing I can be sure of is that because I have the process capability of thinking, I know I exist. Until he was skeptical of that. I'm not saying that, like, Raven being, like, question everything is a wrong mentality. You should genuinely question everything, especially when it seems like it's bullshit. But there are some things that you could just kind of accept and, like, it'll be... I'm sure your life's not going to change that much. Like, if you're just like, the sky is blue, you could say, well, how do you know the sky is blue? Like, what the fuck is the line? It's like, trust but verify, or whatever. Like, trust the sky is blue almost always, and just verify why it's blue. Well, it's not blue all the time. During golden hour, it's actually a blue, it's actually a purplish... Shut the fuck up. Just stop. Like, don't be a contrarian to be a dick about things. Like, yes, there are exceptions to literally any rule out there, but it doesn't change the fact that it's more than likely the rule. And people act like a 1% chance is much more likely. It's like, well, it's 1 in every 100. That's still an insanely fucking low number. Like, that, like, it's a 1 out of every fucking 100. And as humans, we overestimate odds. We could say it's a 1 in 100 chance, and there's 100,000 people in line, or there's some incountable number in line, and you have to now try to place yourself within the 100, like where you're the 1 in 100. We grossly overestimate and underestimate percentages at any given moment to where it benefits us. That's why it's like, you just questioning everything just, it works, but it doesn't. It's a crazy thought process. I know that's like a long tangent, but it really reminded me of like learning about that in high school. Grr, I'm mad.
Otherwise you'll end up just as blind as Qrow. And your fool of a father.
There we go.
Don't you dare talk about my family like that! You need to calm down.
Yang, please.
Listen to your friend, Yang. Your teammates never let you down before.
You don't know the first thing about my teammates. About me. You were never there. You left us.
know more than you realize. Not just about you, and not just what I've been told, but things I've seen with my own eyes.
Yes!
I know the Grimm have a leader. I know people who can come back from the dead. I know that magic is real. And I can prove it.
If they reveal to us that the girl behind them is the Spring Maiden, which is the most obvious fucking reveal of all time, besides maybe, I don't know, some, like, Clark Kent being fucking Superman, like, I just can't imagine.
You said Ty told you all about my semblance. Well, I doubt he ever told you what Oz did to my brother and me.
Go see for yourself.
Okay, what did he do?
Mom?
Yang, are you okay?
I'll be fine once we could get her to take us to RWBY.
It's okay if you're not okay.
I just want to say this real quick. Shout out to the subtitler in Spanish of this show. And not just because it's like, oh, it's whatever. It takes a lot of time and effort to do the colors and stuff like that. And I really think they deserve some props and praise for that. Genuinely. Like, I'm not even just saying that to be like a dick or to be contrived. Like, genuinely, that took a lot of work. And the fact that they took the time to do that, to take a show that they love and put it in a different language and then put color behind it and, like, have the characters say it. So that way, even if you speak Spanish and you don't, like, you can't hear very well, like, you have, like, hearing issues, you can put the subtitles on in Spanish and still get a good idea of who's talking based on seeing the mouth and then the color. So, like, really props to the person doing this. Like, I'm not even just saying that to say that.
It's okay if you're not okay.
You didn't believe what she said, right?
Of course not.
I do.
Not all of it. It was crazy. We have dust, semblances, but, I mean, there's no such thing as magic. A raven?
I've seen that bird before.
Maybe it belongs to your mom?
Maybe it is your mom.
How did you do that?
Well, I could explain it to you. Or you could ask your uncle.
You're letting us go?
I'm giving you a choice. Stay here with me, and I'll answer all of your questions and more. We can have a fresh start.
She's gonna stay. It's clear she's gonna stay.
Or you can go back to Qrow and join Ozpin's impossible war against Salem. And meet the same fate as so many others. But can you really go back to trusting someone that's kept so much from you?
Yes.
All I care about is making sure my sister is safe.
Honestly, I feel like staying was the better move. I would have preferred her staying because it would have added some necessary drama to the story. But honestly, at the end of the day, let's just take a moment and just talk about it realistically of what it is. Can you keep a secret from someone who held so much from you? What information was held? That, because everyone says that, you know, if everyone learns about the Grimm, then it's going to cause a big panic. Okay, let's just go with that. Because I said, why not just tell everyone about Salem? And it causes massive panic. Okay. I'd be in Raven's camp if Raven had a leg to stand on here, but her thing is, fuck everyone else, I'm only gonna protect me and mine. Which normally I'm down with. I'm down with a character like that. But Yang is you and yours, and you just, like, you leave a bad taste in people's mouths. I'll tell you that much. I don't know how to explain it, but like it kind of leaves a bad taste in my mouth. That being said, I do think Raven probably is going to end up being like one of the characters I end up loving by the end of this show. At least I hope so. I think the arc that they're setting up for is going to be really interesting and like very cool and just well done.
Yang, if you side with your uncle, I may not be as kind the next time we meet.
Okay.
You aren't kind this time either.
Damn! Damn, Yang! Fuck yeah, Yang! Give it to him! Give it to him, Yang! Fuck yeah, baby! Bitch!
I know.
This isn't right. I get one or two of them, but all of them? Raven? Oh.
I was gonna say, would you come hurling out of there, or would you drive slowly? I feel like driving slowly is the right move, because you don't know where the fuck you're gonna appear.
All right, the first batch is just about done.
Awesome! Now we just need Qrow and we'll be all set. Do you really think he's going to bring that many people? This is a lot of food.
I don't know, but it sounds like we can use all the help we can get.
I'm back.
Be right there!
You're going to overcook that.
No, I'm not. Shut up!
Hey, Ruby.
I'm coming!
Fine, you take over. So, we didn't know how many people were coming, so we just cooked all of it.
What a reveal.
Yang, I'm so sorry. I should have stayed. I should have talked to you more. I wasn't sure if you wanted me around.
I love you.
She said it back, everyone. She finally said it back. 2 volumes later, she says it back. Yes, that is called good writing. That is called genius. We fucking love to see it. Yes! I'm with it, baby. Yep.
I love you too.
I love both of you too. That's a good feeling. Nice to meet you.
Weiss.
My name is Oscar. Group hug, you crazy. Yeah, fucking... Damn, you could tell this is the first time that she's actually been wanted by anyone ever. Because Lord knows Jock Shani ain't gonna give her a hug. And Lord knows Winter ain't giving her really that much fucking attention. So thank goodness for this. So pretty. Absolutely with it 100%. Oof. Well, everyone, that's been a last couple of shows, episodes, whatever. But yeah, I will keep you updated best I can on how to do the end of the season. I believe there was a playlist of how reactors should watch the stuff, or there's something with a Discord about that, but I'll find out. I'll figure it out. But yeah. Itchy. Well, everyone, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time today. Post every day. Look forward to catching a happy Friday, obviously. Happy Friday, everyone. And peace out. I will see you tomorrow.